Hello everyone, Jeff with the Green Review here. This might be a dwarf Korean lilac. The botanic name would be Syringa mayeri. It might be the compact form of the dwarf Korean lilac. That would be Syringa mayeri palaban. There does not appear to be a plain old Korean lilac that's not dwarf or compact. This plant could also be the Manchurian lilac, Syringa patula, or the dwarf form called the Miss Kim lilac. That would be Syringa patula Miss Kim. Both species and their varieties are often sold intermixed with different names, and you can buy one plant thinking you're getting the other and you don't even know what you're getting. So it's just really a confusing situation when you're trying to buy this type of dwarf or compact lilac. The descriptions will say that the Manchurian and Miss Kim plants are more upright in shape. That may be useful on a plant that hasn't been pruned, but most lilacs are pruned. The flower colors are essentially the same, and the flowers change over time as they're maturing, so that doesn't really help very much. The timing of the flowering is about the same, with one maybe a little bit earlier, one bit later, but that seems to be different wherever you look and which websites you're on. They are a fragrant, and they attract hummingbirds and butterflies. The fragrance is not the same as the lilac fragrance you get from the French lilac that you expect in perfumes and things like that. It's not quite the same beautiful fragrance as the other lilacs. Miss Kim is sometimes listed as a plant that only grows 3 foot tall and 3 foot wide. But since plants can't read, it sometimes grows to 10 foot tall and 10 feet wide, which is about the same as the dwarf Korean lilac, and the compact form palaban can sometimes grow that size as well, even if they're only supposed to grow 5 foot tall and 5 foot wide according to the book. No matter which one of the plants this is, it's a nice plant. This group of lilacs grows in light shade to full sun, but bloom better in full sun. They tolerate plain old garden soil, but like a moist soil with a good amount of organic matter. They have a good resistance to powdery mildew. They can be pruned to a smaller than normal size, and you might be able to keep them in even half the size, but it's pretty hard to do when you try to do that. If they are pruned, you need to prune it immediately after they're finished blooming, because the new growth is going to come out, and the buds for the new flowers next year are on the ends of the new growth. So after midsummer and into autumn, any pruning on these is going to cut off the last ½ inch of the branch, and that's where the buds are, and you're going to lose the flowers for the next year. So if your dwarf Korean lilac, your Miss Kim lilac is not blooming, that may be the reason. Any late summer and fall or winter or even early spring pruning is going to cut off that set of flower buds, and it's usually the pair of flower buds at the end of the branch. These lilacs can be used as a specimen or at the back of the perennial bed. They are best as an informal hedge rather than a formal hedge. You will sometimes find grafted plants that are 3 or 4 foot tall trunk and a ball of branches grafted on top. If left unpruned, instead of being 3 or 4 foot high, that shape can grow to 8 or 10 feet tall. If you don't have any lilacs and you want one that is low maintenance, give this group a try. And this is Jeff with the Green Review. Thanks for watching.